Yeah, I fully agree. This is a very critical point. I was sharing yesterday with some other people. Unfortunately, you have to distinguish. There are so many exhibitions. Few of them, they are organized by private investor. So it's pure speculating exhibition, just to make money. It's a business. Then there are some other major exhibition, let's say managed and controlled by the local association. They really care about the associate. There's a different goal, different scope. This has to be distinguished. There are so many local that they are in any case disturbing the market, and most of these exhibitions, they are annual basis. So every year they make exhibition. Normally the size is small and everything is mixed up. This is a very bad choice. You step inside this small exhibition, you can find spinning together with dye, with finishing, the visitor get confused because watching on the right can see a dye machine, on the left there is a spinning one, that there is there. This is not the way that ITMA has built his own reputation. So even in this exhibition in Singapore, you can see that there are 19 different clusters, completely different, specialized. You go, you can see all the spinners, you can see all the other one, and this is make the difference. That's why we are really convinced that 4 years is a reasonable time to allow the company to develop something new. So we cannot do anything to stop the other one because, you know, as I told you, most of them they do as a job, it's their business. But we always pursue our scope, that is to sustain and promote the technology that we are capable to do. I'm sure that in 2027, okay, now there are a few companies, they are more focused on recycling machines, stuff like that. But I believe what mostly we'll see, it will be about the application of AI, not only for production, but also based on service. Service is becoming time by time more important. Why? Because this kind of machinery is not a machine that you are changing every year. Maybe there are machines that last 20, 30 years. So we have two obligations. One, to update this machinery, bringing the machine to have the performance and also, let's say, eco-compatibility, let's call like that, because all machines, they pollute much more. And second, to provide the service. Service is become very important because all the machine now is all based on software, maybe linked to the cloud, connected, giving feedback on performance, consumption, and so on. So become very important to consider the service is a key point of the success. So our associate, they have to understand the service now is an alternative to compensate the loss in the production. So you produce less machinery, but you provide more service. So this is give the balance and then makes, in any case, the possibility to the company to survive and continue to be in the market. You know, you said, or somebody say, oh, it takes another 10 years. And when I was 40, I am almost 70, we were saying exactly the same. Oh, it will take another 10 years before Africa reach. After 30 years, they are still saying it will take another 10 years. So this is the reality. What's happening in Africa, this is known by everybody, no? You know, there is a strong and aggressive policy made by the Chinese, particularly in a certain country, where offering additional services, additional infrastructure, they catch the market, so it becomes very difficult. Then we have to distinguish Africa, because if we consider North Africa, what is happening right now, for instance, just consider Egypt. What is happening now, Egypt? Egypt is having right now an interesting, let's say, moment for investment coming mostly from Turkey. Turkey is, let's say, dismantling their activity in textile because they want to focus on other kind of industry. They move the garments, mostly they're pushing to Syria, and the dyeing, finishing, everything is moving mostly in Egypt. Egypt take this opportunity, yes. They are not stupid, so they are checking. They have raw material, so they have excellent fiber. They have skilled people, and investment they are going on. So this is also Africa. There is Morocco as well. Then I don't see any other, because I was in this day in touch with some people in South Africa. South Africa is totally opposite. It's dismantling even the last installation. They have no business. They are reducing drastically. This is bad. So Africa is a huge continent. So I'm not saying it will take another. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. I told you. 30 years back, they were telling 10 years. After 30 years, we still say 10 years. I don't know how long it takes. Certainly, there are certain countries, Central Africa, like Kenya, Tanzania. I know they did some interesting policy. Since already 5 years, they are picking up their own cotton. That was not happening before. So they start their cultivation. They are making the first production of their garments made with their own cotton. It's a signal. How long it will take? Who knows? It's not easy to make any forecast.